The Hating Maharal is now going to bring us these two famous stories in Chazal to prove to us that it's actually in the koyach of Bitachon that a person is saved even in situations where a person would naturally, let's call it al biderech hateva, al pi de gezeras haboire, how the world should run, a person would be in a situation where he should be in trouble, where he should, chas v'shalom, receive some level of damage, and the Maharal is going to show us how indeed through Bitachon a person can be saved from that too. Oid shama Rav Huna Rav Mishum Reb Meir. Rav Huna said in the name of Rav, in the name of Reb Meir, v'chein Tana Mishmei de Reb Akiva, and so did the Tana in the name of Reb Akiva. Lo oilom yehei odom rogi loima kol da'avdin min shamaya latav. It should be that in a person's mouth, the regular thing to say, whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is l'toiva. And the Gemara brings the story that everyone knows, Ki Oda Reb Akiva avo ozl ba'orche. Reb Akiva was traveling v'ava ba'adei, and he had with him chamre, a donkey, v'tarnegoyle, and a chicken, a shrag, and a candle. He had these three things. Motalai duchte, he arrives in this village, boyu shpize, and he looked for a place to sleep, v'lo yahavale, and they didn't give him a place to sleep. Oma, what did he say? Call the ovdin min shemaya letav. Osel bas bedavre, he couldn't sleep in the village, so he left to the desert. Osa Aryeh, a lion comes and Achle lechamre and eats his donkey. Osa Shunra, a cat comes and Achle the Tarnagoyle and eats his chicken. Osa Zika, a wind comes, Kovel Shrage, and it blows out his candle. Oma, what does he say? Call the Ovdin min Shemaya letavavid, whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is letoiva. Belaylo at night, Osa Gaisa. Robbers came, Shavya Lemosa, they robbed the entire village, killed and pillaged the village. Amalahu, and then Rabbi Akiva said, Aina da Amra, this is what I said, called of them in Shemai letav ovid. Says the Maharal now with his clarity, these three things that Rabbi Akiva had with him, the chamoir, the tarnagol, and the candle, these represent the three parts of the human being. Shehem haguf, v'hanefesh, v'aseichel. You have the body, you have the nefesh, haroichev ala chamor, as the Maharal likes to call it, the soul that rides the donkey, the body, the human body, which is compared to the donkey, and they have the nefesh, and of course you have the seichel. Says the Maharal, aguf hachomri u'misyaches lechamor v'alev roichev al nefesh. You have the donkey on and him rides the nefesh, v'al nefesh misyaches and al tarnagol, and that nefesh is comparable to the chicken. Why the tarnagol? Because we see in Chazal that sometimes the tarnagol is called a gever. Hameichin mitzadei gover, we say every morning. V'yadua ki ha-nefesh etzuro, ki ha-she'atzuro nikro ish k'mo ish yadua. U'lekach oma shoy lechamre v'tarnagoyle. That's why Rabbi Akiva said I had a chamoir and I had a tarnagol. Why? Because I had my chamoir, I had my guf, and I had my nefesh, vashlishi, and of course the third thing that he had, one neir, that's the candle, shu keneged ha-seichel, which is of course the seichel, shenikra neir, shu ha-meir la'adam. It's the thing that lights up the person and shows him the direction in life. And we call mikroim nikra the seichel neir. Everywhere it's called neir. K'mo shamrim sech Shabbos says musi in Shabbos, hazor ben neir, havle banim tamid chachamim, shenam keneir mitzvah v'toira or, v'davet pashat ha-seichel ha-neir meir la'adam, in tzarech biyadav, we don't even have to go into this. Says the Maharal, that's pashat that the nair is the candle. But now says the Maharal, since Rabbi Akiva arrives in this city is under a gezerah of being robbed and pillaged by robbers. As soon as he arrives, he now is part of that gezerah. Be'etzim, Rabbi Akiva was part of that gezerah of being robbed and pillaged. He should be taken in like the others as slaves. And had he been taken in like a slave, these robbers would have taken away from him. They would have taken everything from him. They would have taken his guf, his nefesh, his seichel, everything. Rabbi Kodesh Baruch Hu wanted to save him. Why? Because because of his bitachon, says the Maral, so he made that they shouldn't allow him in, and they shouldn't give him a place to sleep. However, since he was already part of that gezerah, to be caught up as a slave by these robbers, even though he's being saved, some roishim, some semblance of that gezerah stayed with him, and therefore came a lion. A lion came and ate the donkey, which represents his human body. Instead of the gezerah on his guf, a lion came and ate the chamor. The cat came and ate the chicken, and this was instead of his nefesh. And of course the candle went out instead of his seichel, which would have been taken away by these robbers. Happens to be, says the Maral, this is a clear raya why before Yom Kippur we take a tarnagol to make a paras instead of our nefesh. That's what Rabbi Akiva said. Everything HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is l'toiva. Keloima ki hu boiteach b'Hashem, because he trusts in Hashem. Ki mashe nasa lo l'tava v'idumach mas b'tchoine b'yizbarach nes l'adava u l'toiva v'dava shenera. Something that looks completely wrong. What do you mean? I'm out there. I can't have a place to sleep, and you can be sure Rabbi Akiva was traveling the Dvar Mitzvah, and not only that, he's losing his donkey, and then he loses his chicken, and then he loses his candle. Everything looks so bad, and especially when you add in the Maral that this is representing his guf and his nefesh and his seichel, everything is being lost. Rabbi Akiva said, no, this that looks so clearly ra is exactly the opposite in the schus of bitachon.